Inhale. Exhale. When you inhale, you take in the past, take in the isness, a continuation of what once was to what could be, the eternal static which is dynamic. All life, for all intent and purpose in this moment. And when you exhale, you release the past. And in the liminal haze in between, that's where you are. You're not over-identifying with either. You are being. We lose sight of the being. We don't realize what we're becoming because we're caught up on the inhale or the exhale. And that's the gift of ignorance. So I've been in my inhale for a while, in the liminal haze. Release language. All concepts, though they may raise you, they limit you. So what in the concept is the meaning? What is the value? That's where we learn release language, and it's this language within yourself. The one beyond the replication. The river is flowing. The currents are an orchestra. How deep are you sinking into the static past on your inhale? How high are you rising in the dynamic future as an exhale? Can you prognosticate? Can you self-fulfill prophecy with the heart? Or do you do it with the mind? We look around at the world, we say, those who forget history are doomed to repeat it. We say, why would they do this? Why do people keep falling for this? Why are we so dumb? It's because we're thinking with this, we're not feeling with this. We're tuning into the transmissions of the past rather than aligning with the transmissions of the future. You cannot create through replication. You can only negate. If you see the world, you'll see all the narrations rising, all the stories, all of the stuff we have been digesting the past forever, filtering up through us through the last 10,000 years, through the dominator culture mindset, where the right was the might. And it turned from the physical to the mental, back into the spiritual. But we do not see when we are clinging to conception. We can only walk the linear projection at that point. So tuning into cycle. The language is dynamic. The things beyond Normiville. The things beyond what is normal within us. So I've been in Bansko for a while here. It's a beautiful town. It's very hot. The nature is amazing. It's a small town, so the people, they're friendly, but they're not too open because there's all these strangers, you know. The unknown is a threat. I'm recovering from salmonella poisoning from a local restaurant, which I would not recommend. I don't even know the name of it. I wouldn't say it if I did, but if you want to learn what it is, if you ever come in here, just look on Google reviews and you might find it. And so I'm coming out of my own mini metamorphosis process here. Now, this is my daughter. And I've been outside the pale of the algal stare. As most of us now are in the throes of reaction or response. But I think we have to go another step back to relation. And seeing how we're heading into the age of Aquarius, I feel we're at the anaretic degree now, so all of the past of Pisces is brought forward to be cut through, understood for what it was. The delusions, the illusions which have settled into the static conceptions can be released, so new creation may rise. When you think of Aquarius, the IC is Taurus, the roots, terra firma. What are you growing culture for? What is the theosis of all this? What is the value of the group? It is in the individuals. You are an individual. Where's the golden rule? When you do not honor yourself, you do not honor others. When you cheer and you applaud tyranny, that's what you are. Doesn't matter what side of the narration you are on. The techno rock is rising. There is a band of on-demand liquidity. It is deep in the emotions, the shadows of the self, and it is being used by the blockchains of varying narrations, and they are seeking to monetize consciousness until the consciousness takes a new form. In the legacy tech, the legacy beliefs are left into the past. And this is the possession of perfected replication and the linear projection of those that are too high up the mountain. They quit climbing because they liked the view. Now they want to build there, stop the dynamic growth. So they're creating the static in the minds. And it is a possession. And a possession isn't bad. It is a step in a process for a progression. It is natural. But when you cling to the conceptions, you deny the growth of others, you deny yourself, and you say, no, I'm the limit. I'm going to overcome this limit, and all my denials, all my inadequacies, the infallibility is going to be reckoned with and realized in a new expression. And that's transhumanism. I just spent a week listening to the talks of the A1, the Heinz 57. The talks of this amazing AI, what it can do to help your bottom line, how you can make more money, how you can help Wentico feed upon your fellow humans, monetize them for your gain, and for what? How do you live in a dead world? You want to go to Wally World? The nihilistic, ritualistic rise of monotheistic possession is peaking now. It's come all the way up from the top down to the physical forms. There are many implications which are highly tyrannical related to AI. Why would you hide a gun in your child's crib? Why would you build nuclear reactors on fault lines? Why would you poison the earth, the sky, the water, the people, the minds, the spirit, the hearts? It's just self-destruction. This is what monotheism is. And it comes and goes. It helps us to grow. If there was no static in the signal, why would you change the channel? So you have to change your channel from this to this. You have to live from the heart. And that's bringing me back to Aquarius and Taurus. The key is Venus. Now Venus rules two signs, Libra and Taurus. Now Libra is a fair, balanced expression. It balances our societies, our cultures. We're doing something for a reason. It's life. And what are we doing with it? We're creating a mountain of knowledge, a mountain of system, a mountain of legacy, a heritage externalized, taken from the purity of the ignorant self and given rise to the honoring of existence. So in these times I will tell you, be the Venus of Taurus, not the Venus of Libra. The Venus of Libra, she will compromise herself or of an other in order to find balance. The Taurus of Venus will only compromise the false. It can only compromise the false. If the feeling isn't pure, if it isn't real, if there is no growth, it does not need to exist. This is the golden rule. Do unto others of you as you would have done unto yourself, and do unto this world as you would have it do unto you. Do to yourself what you would do for the one you love the most. Forget who you think you are, become who you might be. Do not control outcomes. Do not project prophecy. Yes, Ahrimanic expressions are rising. So are Luciferians, so are Christians, so are, or not Christian, but Christ-like. So are many expressions that we have no fucking concepts of. So don't settle on the few as if they are truths to behold. Be beholden to the unknown. Allow release language to live. So live from the Venus of Taurus. Be creative. Be fertile in your abundance. Cultivate rather than control. And anyone who cannot get that will learn it the hard way. So Taurus, I'm a Taurus. I'm learning how to love myself, how to honor myself, how to see my own value, how to feel it, how to bring it into existence. A fool, they come across an orchard of trees. They might cut all the trees down, not knowing that they're fruit-bearing trees because they want the wood. Or even worse, they'll see all the trees, all the apples, and they'll cut the trees down anyway because that's the quickest way to get the apples. So they will lay waste to the natural abundance of existence. And that's what's happening with this techno-rock revolution. The dials are being turned up all over. And it is for our benefit. Because why would you change if there were no reason? In these times, I recommend to find the reason. Quit seeking the answer, seek the right question. What is the meaning for you? How can you share that with the ones you love? In that process, you learn self-compassionation. You see everyone is loved. You may not love them, but someone does. And that someone is just like you. Now I will be doing another Beyond Replication video with my partner Mila. And we have a new program we're going to be launching to help people understand themselves, find their own language, cultivate their own beauty. Cultivate the agency, the creativity, the abundance of the spirit, so that the power and the spirit of human heritage can be embodied and brought to life rather than anointed and given hierarchical status in the convictions of the past. All languages, when used correctly, are living and they are dynamic, and it is up to you to find the meaning in that language and self-compassionate it. So, keep your eyes open, keep your heart open, and realize all this is just change happening. Nothing lasts forever, but the purity isn't in the statics, it's in the unknown, and that's dynamic. So thanks for watching, listening, and being.